discipline. But I mean, with that being said, definitely looking forward to more women's basketball and everything. We got Unrivaled coming up.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because I know we talked about some of the coaching decisions, and Teresa Weatherspoon is coaching at Unrivaled.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Just an opportunity to stay involved.
Yeah.
Right? Stay involved with the game. But I mean, not to be picky, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Mm-hmm.
There are four men head coaches in Unrivaled and only 2 women head coaches. I'm just saying, people. I just don't. It's 4 men head coaches and 2 women head coaches.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
So the Unrivaled season starts January 17th.
Correct.
And yes, we will be talking about it.
Definitely. Can't wait. We might do a live stream.
We might.
For at least one game. Not commit to the 17th, but we're gonna do a live stream.
1 or 2 of them, maybe. Like 1 for sure, 2 if you're lucky.
Do you think they're gonna play hard?
That's the question, right? Because we've got some. Let's talk about just some of the people who are playing in our Unrivaled. We got Enrique. We've got Chelsea Gray. And that makes me nervous. We got Chelsea Gray. We got Angel Reese. We got Kalia Cooper. We've got Jackie Young, my fave.
Kalia Copper. Satu. Copper.
Oh, I don't know why they have her on here as Cooper today, but Kalia Copper. I do know it's Kalia Copper. Jackie Young, Satu Sabali. Who else is playing? Natasha Cloud is playing. Skylar Diggins-Smith is playing. These are just some of the names that stand out to me.
Williams,
Jewel Lloyd, Brianna Stewart,
Cameron Brink, Nafisa Collier,
Rakia Jackson, Courtney Vandersloot, Brittany Griner is playing.
Dejanay.
No, I don't see Dejanay
Carrington.
Yeah, Dejanay. She's playing on the team with Jewel Lloyd. So.
And Brianna Stewart.
Yep. So
that's gonna be a team.
We're gonna get to that in a second, but let's talk about, are we worried? Do we think they're gonna play hard? What do we think?
This is the first time ever we have a mini league outside the WNBA here in the States. And I get why they created it, right? So that women don't have to go overseas and play to make more money. But this is kind of going to be a test trial. Because if they don't play hard, then this league is not going to get any momentum. Right? But if they do play hard, are women scientifically designed to play this many games in a year with the WNBA around the corner, which is their main job?
Exactly.
I don't want to be negative Nancy, but I'm definitely curious. Like this is a scientific experiment.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Like it really is. Like I don't know. So like I was reading Brittany Griner's book and it's out there in the open. And you know how hard she fought to get back on the court because she smoked so many cigarettes in the Russia detention center and getting old and everything like this. And she's always talking about her body aching and pain and back spasms. And she looked slow this past year in the W. And it's like she's playing in Unrivaled. So I'm like scared for her. Like I'm concerned, So like, cause I love her.
Yeah,
right?
we want her to
at
be
least
healthy.
have 5 more years.
You know what I mean? I mean, look, I'm an Aces fan. Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray are all playing in Unrivaled. That makes me nervous. That makes me very nervous.
I don't think Chelsea Gray should play. Yeah.
I'm like Chelsea, but at the same time, I think it could go either way, right? It could also be, I think it could work well for a player like Chelsea Gray, whose injury sort of had her out for a while. And when she came back, it was taking her a long time to find her rhythm. I think this type of situation, this type of competitive situation can actually work in her favor just in terms of helping her get back into it.
Right. And then I will say, let's talk a little positive. It is 3-on-3.
It's 3-on-3. Yeah. And there are a couple of one-on-one tournaments within that.
Right. So it is 3-on-3. So it is a little more funner. It's not full. Is it full court? It's not full court, right?
I'm not sure, actually.
No, it shouldn't be. 3-on-3 shouldn't be full court. And if it is, yeah. So it's not full court and everything like that. So it's not going to be as much wear and tear. And it's kind of going to be a moment for players to kind of showboat and shine and, show, their lengths. I mean, some of their strengths in the court that they don't get to see in team basketball. So I'm excited to see how this experiment is going to play out. I want this league to be successful, like hands down, but I also want it to not take a toll on the WNBA.
I agree. I think it's also a really good opportunity for them to show some versatility and show that they can play with various different types of players and, to your point, flex a little bit as well. So I'm with you. I'm excited to watch it. I feel like this is going to be some really good watches. So we will get back to you guys on what game we will live stream so you guys can watch it with us. But I'm looking forward to talking about it. I mean, a lot of my favorite players are playing in this league. So
man, okay. Let's talk about the personnel on each team, like who they're playing with. Let's talk about the Laces, right? They got 4 Aces players. Like, this can't be more obvious, right? Like Jackie Young, Tiffany Hayes, Kate Martin, and Stephanie Dolson, right? 4 Aces players. But then with those Aces players, you put in Kayla McBride and Alyssa Thomas. You got Alyssa Thomas, beast mode Alyssa, playing against beast mode Jackie Young and Tiffany Hayes.
Yeah.
With a 3-point shooter, Kayla McBride shooting clutch.
And Kate Martin. I think these are all players who are just going to kill it.
That's ridiculous. I mean, like, and then you have, there's a team called the Lunar Owls. Okay. I mean, this team is going to put in work. I mean, you got Skylar Diggins, Ashley Gray, and Courtney Williams. Those 3 guards are literally the top point guards in the WNBA, period.
And you got Cam Brink on there. Like, Cam Brink didn't get a lot of time to play this year, but she was one of the players I was most excited to watch last season. She just got injured. But I loved watching her in college. She's a phenomenal player.
Correct. I was going to get to her, but I was just talking about on the point guards and the ball handling skill that this team has. And then you put in league runner-up. She got 3rd for league MVP or 2nd, one of the two, Nafisa Collier. Nafisa Collier carried the Minnesota Lynx. Like, I mean, phenomenal. Helped out with Team USA. I mean, can carry a team by herself, and you got her playing with Skylar Diggins, Alicia Gray, and her familiar point guard Courtney Williams that knows how to get her the ball.
Yeah.
Watch out for the Lunar Owls.
I agree. Let's talk about the other rosters, and then we'll get to who we think. Some predictions. We got the Mist.
Okay.
And that's got Jewel Lloyd, Dejanay Carrington, Brianna Stewart, Courtney Vandersloot, Rakia Jackson, and Aaliyah Edwards. I think that's going to be an underdog team. I think people will underestimate this team. But you got some dogs on there. Rakia Jackson and, Dejanay Carrington definitely are. And then you have Brianna Stewart, who's a little more polished. Jewel Lloyd is just a consistently good player.
Right. I feel like what they're missing is a good true big. Like Aaliyah Edwards, I feel like she's trying to find herself. and figure out her game at this next level.
You don't feel like Breanna Stewart is a good big?
I was getting to that. We all know Breanna Stewart is great, league MVP, but let's be honest, Breanna Stewart, on defense, she gets pushed around. She's a little too skinny, all those things. I'm talking about a true big, right? Like if we talk about true big, like Nafisa Collier is a true big that gets rebounds, all those things. Like Breanna Stewart don't really rebound well. Like Alyssa Thomas is a true big for the Laces, right? Like Breanna Stewart, she gonna give you a lot of offense, but is the defense there? Like, do they have a true big? I mean, Breanna Stewart is a shooter, I don't know. So I think they are missing like a true big in this one. So that's why I am thinking they are the underdogs in this one. So
fair. Then we got the Phantom. We've got Natasha Cloud, Marina Mabry, Satu Sabli, Katie Lou Samuelson, Sabrina Ionescu, and Brittany Griner. There's a couple of shooters on this team. Natasha Cloud and Marina Mabry.
And Sabrina.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Yeah.
And Satu. Like you have 4 shooters. Yeah. Like, get out of here. Around Brittany Griner. That means you got to play up and you got to double team the paint. Like the Phantom, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They're going to kill it.
And then finally, we got the Rose. We've got Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, Angel Reese, Brittany Sykes, Lexi Hall, and Azura Stevens.
This team should be called the Dogs. Because this is going to be a fun team to watch. This is dog. Like, they are all dog. They all grew up in the trenches on them courts. These are dogs.
Yeah, that's going to be a really, really, really fun team to watch for sure.
Definitely. I'm excited. Especially, I mean, Brittany Sykes was like defensive player of the year at one point in the W. I mean, she gets so many steals, long arm. Like, this team is going to do all the little stuff that other teams aren't going to do.
So then we got the Vinyl. I like their name because I like vinyls. But we've got Arike Ogunbowale. We've got Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, Dearica Hamby. And this is the team that's being coached by Teaspoon.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah.
Arike being coached by Teaspoon. Can we just have a moment? Can we just have a moment with Teaspoon coaching Arike? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's going to be fun. I don't feel like this. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But for me, this team doesn't feel as well-rounded as the other. So it's a good team. It's a good thing that they have a really good coach. Because for me, it just doesn't feel as well-rounded to me.
It's not. But guess what? Arike, we've seen Arike do it with Notre Dame. We've seen her do it with the Wings. She can carry a team of 5-on-5. So she definitely can carry a team of 3-on-3. And I feel like she gonna talk some shit to Ryan Howard and boost her up and be like, come on, Dearica Hamby, come on.
And
like,
I mean,
these are some feisty players.
Jordan Canada cannot be underestimated either, because I feel like Jordan Canada is a clutch player.
Well, she had been hurt.
Yeah.
Right? So we hadn't seen her. So she's coming off of an injury like Chelsea Gray and all that. And then Aaliyah Boston, a true big. Like, they actually have 2 true bigs, Dearica Hamby and Aaliyah Boston. So, I mean, I can't tell you much about Ray Burrell.
Neither
but
can I.
I mean,
I guess we're going to find out.
We're going to find out. But I don't think with this Unrivaled, I don't think no team is gonna get skunked. Like, I think this is gonna be some good games.
It's gonna be a
great basketball.
So, any early predictions of championship? Like, who you got? You got anybody?
We gotta pick. Okay. Give me 5 seconds. I'm going with Team Phantom.
Okay.
I'm going with Phantom. The reason why I'm going with Phantom is because Sabrina's coming off of a great year, being a champion, knows what it takes to win a championship. You have a veteran point guard, Natasha Cloud, right, with the leadership. You got shooters. Satu Sabli wants to show off. She's in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to show off her talents to all the GMs because she wants a trade out of Dallas. She wants to get out of Dallas, get back to New York with her sister, all those things. So she wants to impress everybody. And then you got BG, right?
Yeah.
Like in a 3-on-3, if you double team BG, you gotta have somebody to face BG 1-on-1. And there's not many bigs in this league that's currently in this league, right? That can guard BG 1-on-1.
I've been saying
like
that.
I don't see anybody guarding BG 1-on-1 in this league. Unless a double comes and then you got the shooter. So I'm going Team Phantom for the championship. What about you?
This is a hard one because for me, it's either Team Rose or Team Laces. But I think I'm gonna roll. It's hard. I don't have as much confidence in. I think I gotta go with Team Rose. I'll say it like that. I think I gotta go with Team Rose because the Laces has a few of my favorite players. The Laces, I think, will win in pace. They got Tiffany Hayes, who just uses her body to just sacrifices her body for everything. But then they don't have like a big that feels big to me. Whereas the Rose team has an incredible rebounder in Angel Reese. I don't see that on the Laces. Like, who's the rebounder on this team? And I think you have to have that. So I'm going to go with...
So you going...
Oh, it's hard. I'm gonna go with the Laces. I'm gonna go against myself.
You're not... You gonna go with the Laces?
Yeah, because the Laces got 3 dogs.
So you gonna go Laces over the Lunar Owls?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Because they got Alyssa Thomas. They got Tiffany Hayes. We got Kayla McBride. We got shooters. We got Jackie Young.
You so Aces biased. It ain't even funny. It's ridiculous,
How you figure that?
Nick. It's ridiculous.
How you figure that?
I'm going with Laces. You so Aces biased. Your mind is like, I need to say Aces.
I don't even like the name. I wish they had a different name. And then Kate Martin don't play for the Aces no more. That's wild to me.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with this team because they got dogs. Alyssa Thomas is... You can't underestimate her, and then you put people around her. I think as long as Stephanie Dawson like shows up big, I think we're in good shape because we got Kayla McBride who's gonna knock down a lot of threes. Tiffany Hayes is just gonna like use her body to make all kind of crazy shots. Jackie Young is a great defender. People don't give her enough credit for that. Kate Martin is a pretty consistent team player. Like, she can be whatever you need her to be in the moment. And I think Kate Martin will really shine at 303. So I'm going to go with the Laces. Not because it rhymes with Aces.
Yeah.
But,
all right.
But I wouldn't be mad if the Rose team take it. Because, yeah.
They're not. The Phantom's going to take it.
I don't think so.
The Phantom's
I think it's going to either be the Rose or the Laces. But we going to see.
We gotta see. So we'll be keeping up with it. You know, hopefully, we definitely got to ask our audience, you know,
what y'all think?
Who are their picks, and repost it and ask them what they think.
What y'all think? Tell us who your picks are.